Hello, this is Gary Wishon, the Happy Heathen. This is a video for anyone who ever wondered aloud, why does anyone become an atheist? Let me first answer that question with this example of why people become a theist. You ever hear of the obedience experiment, otherwise known as the Milgram experiment? It was an experiment that was done in 1961 after Adolf Eichmann was tried for his crimes against humanity. It was done to see whether or not people just do follow orders. It consisted of hiring people off the street to push a button every time somebody who was tied down in a chair in another room makes a wrong answer in a test. Authoritative figure stands over them, demanding that they push the button, and they push the button. They push the button even after the guy in the other room says that he has a heart condition and he can't stand it anymore. They pushed the button till they thought the guy was dead. It's ingrained in our nature to follow the leader sometimes. I guess in some ways it's because we think it's the safest thing to do. Atheism gives you a choice. Atheism shows people that you don't have to follow the leader. Religion exists because they say God is real. Society says God is real, therefore God is real. Atheism says, what? Religion says women do not have right to their bodies. They cannot get abortions even if it will save their lives. Religion says you can't get a blood transfusion. Thank you, Jehovah's Witnesses. And when I say religion, I mean all religions, because they share equal levels of stupid. Religion says people are worthy of death. Religion says there's a war on Christmas. We're being persecuted. Meanwhile, in other countries, Christians really are being persecuted. Really. Meanwhile, in this country, oh no, the horror. We have to move a nativity scene. Religion says if you have a same-sex attraction, one, you get to be kicked out of your house. In some countries, you get to be killed. And people look at this. First off, they're probably worried about what their family thinks, what society in general will think of them. And until they hear of atheism, they follow along. They shout hallelujah was the best of them, thinking, oh, this is crazy shit here. Then atheism fights its way into the public square. And people say, these people are arguing, saying things that I believe in. There's a place to go. There's a community that will understand me. And that's when they finally turn around and they leave the religious back in the Bronze Age, where they belong. And we're always going to be leaving you. We're going to be walking away further and further and further as the pool of religious people shrink. And it will shrink. It will take time. The religious leaders are going to fight it every step of the way. They'll do a revamp. What do I mean by a revamp? Try to find anyone, any religious leader in this country right now that says slavery is good and just and should be done. You might find some harebrained, scary-ass racist crackpots. But mainstream, they wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot cattle prod. Go back 200 years, they would defend that to the last shot and shell. Why? Bible. Try to find somebody who says that it's alright to burn a human being because they think it's a witch in this country. It still happens in Africa and in the Middle East and also in India. But try that in this country or in the Western democracies. You would be locked up. Go back 200 years. Oh, yeah, you know a witch? Let's burn her. No evidence needed. Light them up. But when religion was faced with the possibility of it being wiped out, they did the revamp. Oh, no, there's no more witches. That was just the church of the past. You can't blame the church of the present because of the past sins. Yes, I can. Because the only reason why you are in this position now as a moral authority is your forefathers killed everyone who disagreed. That's why Druidism is not a major religion. That's why belief in the ancient gods of the Greece is laughed at now. Because the religion today stands on a mountain of bodies of its previous victims. And now says, we are a religion of peace. More like a religion of pieces. With the exception of modern technology making killing more efficient, could you really say that the Crusades were more holy than what ISIS is doing now? We see this. We see a way out. We take it. That's why there's atheism. That's why they're atheists. We have an option now. And the more you try to grab, the more you try to concentrate, and the more you try to harass, your pool of parishioners will shrink. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. You will destroy yourself. It's just a matter of time. I'll leave the article for the Milgram experiment down below. What other videos I like, as usual. Goodbye.